Students, those who says good morning, I am also saying good morning. Online students, am I audible to you people? Right. So last class, yesterday's class, student. So you are aware of it, I hope so. I was stuck up in the stock traffic. There was a heavy traffic was there in the yesterday class. So that's why I was almost late. Even I came to the yesterday, almost it took 2 hours in the traffic only. Now today I came from different route where I started to come to this class almost 6 o'clock 10 minutes only, 6:10. So almost different route I came. Anyhow, students, let us start. Important. I hope in the functions we are here. Index of functions we did last class. I hope so. Programming on anonymous, right? Anonymous functions only, right? Completed, right? Fine. Now we are talking about special functions in Python. Special functions in Python we will talk. So let's talk about what are the special functions and how they are useful to us and how they are going to be using here. So in Python programming, we have three types of functions. In Python programming, we have three types of special functions. Three types of special functions. They are three types of special functions. They are number one called filter. I mean filter. Number two called map. Number three, reduce. Number three, reduce. So coming to the point of it, here I'm going to enter into the filter and next map and then reduce. Today we'll discuss filter, map and reduce. Let me go to the filter function, how it is going to be useful. Very simple, students. The name itself says that filter. What is the meaning of filter? Getting the required elements and rejecting the unwanted elements. Taking the required elements and rejecting the unwanted elements. Such a type of filtering I want. Suppose, take an example. Take an example. Here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to take an element called what you know, LST. Taking some elements like 10 minus 23, 30 minus 40, and 50 minus 60, and then 15 comma minus 12, like this I am having. These are the elements. Now I want to get filter. I'm going to write it. Filter what elements? Positive elements. And the next is what? Filter negative elements. I can do with negative another way also. There is no doubt in that. Filter what? Negative elements. You can do with what? Different way also you can do it. Filtering positive elements, you can do like normal also. Without doing filtering, you can do. For value in where? LST. So if value greater than what? 0. If value greater than 0, find that. Take one list here. PS is equal to something like that. You take it. You take it. Here I am going to write it. PS dot what? Append of what? Val. Append of val. So that positive elements will be filtered. You take one more kind of thing called what? NL. Negative list elements is equal to you take it. If it is greater than 0, I'm going to write it. If, okay, else you can write it. NL dot append you say. So that negative values will be filtered. Negative values will be filtered. Suppose if you don't want any zeros you don't want to filter. For example, there I will write it. Elif, what is that? Value less than 0 strictly. So that I can filter something like this. This is called what? This is called method number 1. method number one, process number one. You can do another way also. There are the different ways. Another way we can do with what? Comprehensive technique, you can use it. Comprehensive technique, you can use it. Method number two, I am talking. What is the method number two I am talking here? You can use comprehension technique. PS is equal to, now I'm going to write it. For loop, I will write it. For value in where LSD, if value greater than zero, value greater than zero. So it is going to be called what? Just a value. Because value is which type? Integer type only. You will take this list here. You will take this list here. This is also called one more kind of mechanism. What is the next step? NL is equal to, I can do same to same value. For value in LST, if value less than what? Zero. You can do like this also. This is the second methodology. Third methodology is by using filter. Out of all these methodologies, it is required because this function was already developed by the PSFT. They tested and they found that it is going to be modern approach, taking less time complexity and less space complexity to filtering the elements like this. Wherever filtering concept is coming, getting something and rejecting some more kind of thing, try to use what? Filter off. Though you are able to write this method, they said that go for what? Filter. So what is the syntax here? Now I am applying the syntax. What is the syntax? Variable name is equal to filter of filter of, I'm going to take it, function. Function name, I'm going to take it, function name, comma, iterable object, iterable object, iterable object I am writing. What is the meaning of that? You take an example. Filter is a predefined function. What is the job of this filter will do? You take an example of companies will take the candidates. Companies will take the students. What type of operation they will do? They will do what? Filtering. So what is that filtering will do? Filter function will send a lot of students to the interviewer. Interviewer is called what? A deciding factor. He is a deciding factor. Something like a function name here. The interviewer will take the first student and ask some questions. If that candidate is useful, the interviewer will say, okay. Okay means what? Take it. Suppose if it is not able to perform well, saying that not okay. So not okay means what? Neglected. So okay means what here? True. Not okay means what? Here false. Similar manner. Here I'm going to explain the execution process. The filter function takes first element of iterable object, send it to whom? Function name. Takes the first element of iterable object and send it to function name. If this function returns true, if the function returns true, then the filter function keeps that element to where? Left side variable. That is the first process. Second process also same. Take the second element from where? Filter function takes the second element from where? Iterable object. Send it to whom? Function name. That function name will do what? Decide that if it is a true, filter function takes that element and put it in where? Left side variable name. Again, same. Third step also same process. Next, the third element will be taken, sending to the function name. And third time it is a false. That element which is selected from iterable object will be neglected. That is ignored, not filtered. Fourth element will be sent. Fifth element will be sent. All elements will be sent. 10 elements will be sent to whom? Function name. Who will send? Filter function. So the filter function is sending the elements of iterable object to the function name. If the function name returns true, then the element will be filtered and put it into the left side variable name. If the function name returns what? False. That function name returns false. That time it is going to do what? That element will be neglected. That element will be ignored. I think you are following me. So such a type of concepts Such a type of concept is going to be known as what? Filtering. Let me take an example and I will show you the example here. Again, I'm saying that what is an execution process of filter? Each element of the iterable object send to whom? Function name. If the function name returns to true, that element will be filtered and kept into the left side variable. If the function name returns a false, the element will be ignored. Next element will be taken by the filter function of iterable object sending to whom? Function name. This process will be repeated until all elements of iterable object completed. Able to follow? Online students are able to understand the students? Right. Let me move to the further execution process. I will show you. Let us go to the PyCharm here. So let us go to the PyCharm. So I hope like this I will start the PyCharm. So in your place, 7 a.m. I think it is function name. Uh, I'll go like this. C colon users KVR here PyCharm projects. Under that 7 a.m. 7 a.m. functions. I think this is an example. So I hope so. 7 a.m. functions. So this is the one. Right. Open this now. This is the one what we have done it. So these are the examples what we did. Let me go to the place here. I will go for filter function now. I'm going to take it. Filter function example 1.py. Carefully try to follow students. Now I'm going to take up like this. Let us start understanding about what is happening here. It's giving problem here. Okay. So coming to the point of it, students, here I'll just write it. Filter function I will define. Coming to main program, there I'm going to take it. LST is equal to some values I will take it. 12, 34, minus 56, 78, and minus 45, and 23, and 67, and 34. Like that I am having. Now I want to filter what? Positive elements. 10 also I will take it. 10 also I will take it. What is this now? PS list is equal to. I'm going to write it. Come on, how do you write it? Come on, faster. I said already the syntax now. Already syntax I said. Some variable name I will take it. Syntax here. Variable name is equal to. I'll carry as it is here. Variable name is equal to filter off. What is the function name? I'm taking decide something like iterable object. I'm going to pass it as what? List. Some variable name you take it. Something like obj. Filter obj. Filter obj. Some name I took it. And then I need to go for what? Decide I need to take it. Decide. DEF. Decide I'm going to take it. And I'm taking what LST. LST I'm going to take it. So what I'm going to do over there? I'm going to take every value of LST is going to be taken, not LST. What is the filter function is doing? Filter function sending the first value of LST to whom? Decide. One value. So one value means I need to take one variable name here. That variable name I am taking it as value. So there I am writing if value greater than what? 0. Say what? Return true. Else I need to say what? Return false. I need to say return false. Return false, I need to write it. I hope you are following me. So let us start understanding about LST. What is the first value of LST going? 10. 10. Go to this place, decide value is called what? 10. Who will send the first value of LST? Filter only. Select the first value of LST, send it to the function name, and the value 12 is greater than what? 0. 10 is greater than 0. True. True means what? Filter will take the element at 10 and put it into the left side variable. next value of LST, next value of LST, sending to decide. It is going to be doing like this. It is going to be 12, 12 greater than 0, return true. 12 will be placed over there. Minus 34, again it will be going to this place. It is false. False means what? Neglected. Minus 36 will be sent. Again it is false. It is going to be false only. As long as returning true, element will be filtered. Once it returns false, element will not be returned. Are you able to follow? And this left side variable is an object of what you know. This is going to contain filter function keeps all filtered elements. This filter obj is containing filtered elements only. Now I'm writing type of type of filter obj is equal to, now I'm writing here type of filter obj students. This is going to be called which type? Is an object of type class, is an object of type class what? Filter. Is an object of type class filter. I wrote it. What is this filter is called? Class. Of which type? Filter object type. So filter function returns an object of filter class. Like Good Day Biscuit Packet Company will return which object? Same company product only will be given or not? So Dell laptops will give which product? Dell products only. Are you following me? So filter function is going to return an object of filter itself. Just to try to print it. So here we are going to get it. Type of filter obj is equal to class filter, whose content cannot be printed. See students, content of content. I'm writing here content of filter obj. Filter obj is equal to, if I write it, filter obj, memory address is printed. Memory address is printed. It is not going to print. What should I do now? I want the data. What should I do? Convert filter object, filter object into which type? Into which type? List type. List type I am going to take up. How do you do that now? PS list is equal to list of, what is this now? Filter obj. Filter obj, so that I'm going to get it. Print of, what is this now? List of which values? Positive values is equal to, there I am writing dot format of LST. Dot format of LST. Yes, PS list. So I will write it PS list. Try to run this now. So I'm getting all the values are which type? Positive values. So I'm going to write it students. Here I'm going to write it converting this data, and at the same time I'm printing given values also I'm printing. I'm going to print the original values. Print original values. Original values is equal to, so I'm writing there dot format of what? LST. Dot format of LST. So I'm going to take up dot format of LST. So something like this. These are the given elements. These are called what? Positive values I'm having. So next I'm going to take up negative values also if we want. What we will do again? I will take it here only. Filter object 1 you can say. This is a filter object 1. Filter object 1. You see students converted into this way. Negative value if you want anything like this. Negative values if you want, I can write it. If you want, you can write POS once you say. Here the function name is called what? POS. Next I'm going to take it. 2 I'm writing. The next here I'm writing negative. NEG. Same list only. Object is also going to be same. Students, both of them are going to be same. Filter obj1 this is. Filter obj2 this is. Both of them are filters only. This is called 1 is already there. That also will print the memory address only. That memory address is no more useful to you. Whose content is what? Converter. Converting the filter obj into which type? List type. It's not necessary to convert into list type only. Can convert even into tuple type also, no issue. So I'm going to write it negative list is equal to, I will convert into which type? Tuple type I can convert. Which type here? 2. So let me go to the NEG function here. NEG function I'm going to take it. DEF, tell me, NEG, I need to write what? Value. So how do you write it? If value less than 0, say what? Return true, return true. I'll say what next? Return false. Return false, I said. Return false, I said. I hope you are understanding the meaning of what? Positive values and negative values. And I'll print negative values also, students. List of what values? Negative values. So let us run this code. So having here I need to write. This is called what ng list. I need to write it. Ng list. So let us run this code. I'm having full type. It is called what type? Tuple type, negative values. 0 is that which is not filtered any place. So this is a memory content is printed whose type is filter. This is called the first level example. If I go to the next one, next example, you can write it something like this. Just watch it. 2.py, 2.py. There I'm trying to carry this entire thing. Instead of writing such a big point, so if I write it. So go to this place. So go to this place now. Here I wrote it. Filter function example 2. Here I am writing. Let it be. This part anyhow you understood. This entire thing you try to remove. What I am doing is, this is going to be called as what? List of filter obj1. Here itself directly I will do it. This statement will give you what? Filter object. This here itself I will do what? List of. I will write a list of. List of I wrote it. So it is going to be called as what directly? PS list. Here I will write it what now? NG list, negative list is equal to what I will write it? Tuple of I can write it. Directly I can write tuple of list I can write it. So I need not to write this entire story here. Directly, original values, positive values, and negative values I got it. Are you able to follow? This is called directly filtering the data, at the same time converting. Filtering the data, at the same time converting. Try to run this code. Now I'm going to say, here I'm going to take up. So coming to this place here, students got the result called what? Positive values I got it and the negative values I got it in this format. I think you are following me. Good. Now students, this is done with what? Normal function I said. Normal function. Filter function is using normal function. The same kind of thing you can do with what? Anonymous functions also. Online students, up to here, is it okay? Is it clear, students, up to here? Quickly, everybody need to respond. So let us go to the another example. I am going to take it. Let us go to the next example. New Python. It is called 3.py. Now I will carry this example. What I'm doing here is, observe it. 3.py. Here, I don't define these many things. I don't define. What I'll do, anonymous function I will define. The function name what you are using can be a normal function, can be a anonymous function. How do you define the anonymous function here? POS is equal to lambda x, x greater than 0, x greater than 0. That is known as what? True. If the value of this lambda is x is true, then the element will be filtered. Simple. Filter will send the first value of LSD. It will go to POS, value will be carried in x. X greater than 0, true. And keep the result in where? Filtered. That element will be filtered. Put it into where? PS list. And so this operation is going on continuing until all elements are over. NEG is equal to what now? Lambda, some k, and k less than what? 0. If the elements are less than 0, they are filtered. If the elements are positive, they are not filtered in the first case. These are called which functions here? Anonymous functions. Anonymous functions, these are. Anonymous functions. This is also anonymous function only. Let us run this code, execute this now. So here I'm going to get it. Here I'm going to get it. So coming to this place and try to run it. Are you able to follow now? So simple. I got my results. Now this is the anonymous functions returned. Now you can write directly that anonymous function in this place itself. Final code I'm writing. All the ways and means I'm showing here. All the ways and means I'm showing now. 4.py. I'm taking 4.py. You carry this entire stuff. I'm going to write it. So here, POS, wherever it's the POS, what I will do, don't write anonymous function separately. Write here only. What you will write? Anonymous function. Come on, how do you write it? Lambda, lambda, x colon, x greater than 0. So I need not write separate function over there. NG also I need not write separate function over here. Where I'm going to write it? There I'm going to write it. Lambda, lambda, k less than what? 0. K less than 0. Lambda x greater than 0 LST, lambda k less than 0 LST. This is directly I mentioned that values inside the function itself. I hope you are following me. So try to run this example. So you got an answer. You got an answer. Here you are getting. So are you able to follow me? So the output is coming. Now students, this type of output, this type of input is a fixed input. Now I will go for what? Dynamic input, I will take it. Print of, enter, enter, list of values, list of numerical values separated by what? Space. Separated by space. So I'm going to take this logic here. Int value or float value, whatever it is, float of value. I already said this kind of discussion for you. Float of value for value in input of dot what split off this point you see that list I'm going to make it permanent. Now see students, enter the list of numerical values. Enter the list of numerical values. Here I wrote it. Here it is available. Start here. Enter list of numerical values separated by what? I will say 100 and 200 and a 0, 300, minus 400, 500, one more 0, minus 600, 12 and minus 45. So I got it. Given values are available here and positive values are filtered and the negative values are also filtered. You can typecast to what? Even set also, but set is going to take only unique elements. And if at all you want to take unique elements, no problem. But order is not maintaining. Basically, we'll typecast to either filter up. Clear or not clear? This indicates that straightforward. Filter example 1, long story. Filter example 2, little bit. Directly I converted into this. And filter example 3, directly wrote anonymous functions and I called the anonymous functions and directly. Filter number 4, if I go to an interview point of view, this is my professionalism kind of programming. Clear? Online students, is it clear? Quickly. Now open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept the list of words. 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 And obtain only palindrome words. Obtain only palindrome words. Obtain only palindrome words. Obtain only palindrome words. Are you able to follow now? Nikita, I did not understand your doubt. What is the point if using the lambda? Where you will use the lambda? So your doubt is not clear for me. So let us move to the program. What is it? Write a Python program which will accept list of words and obtain the palindrome words. Look at that. Now I am going to write it. So I'm going to write it. Another example I'm going to take it. Fourth one I'm writing. Fifth one I'm writing. Filter example only. Filter example 4.py. Filter example 4.py. Filter function example 1.py. So 5, yes, 5.py. Okay, no issue. We'll start with filter example 5.py. Directly we'll write it. Start. Print. Enter list of words separated by comma. Separated by what? Comma. So there I'm going to write it. Words is equal to, words is equal to, what I will do, I'll write it. Word for word in input of dot what? Split off. I will write a comma. So commas, why are you speaking? Stand up. నువ్వు మాట్లాడుతున్నావు ఏంటి నీ ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటి ఎక్కడ వస్తారు వాట్ ఇస్ యువర్ డౌటా మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు మాట్లాడుతున్నావు కదా ఎందుకు మాట్లాడుతున్నావు వై ఆర్ యూ స్పీకింగ్ లాంబ్డా లాంబ్డా అనేది లాంబ్డా ఎందుకు అంత చిన్నగా మాట్లాడుతా ఐ షుడ్ లిజన్ యువర్ వర్డ్ లాంబ్డా ఏంటి వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ డౌట్ ఏం మెసేజ్ వచ్చింది వాట్ ఈస్ ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వాట్ ఇస్ ద పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ యూజింగ్ ద లాంబ్డా అనానిమస్ ఫంక్షన్ నువ్వేదో మాట్లాడే డౌట్ ఉందా నీకేమన్నా నువ్వు చెప్తున్నావు ఎవరికి ఎందుకు నీకు డౌట్ ఉందా మళ్ళీ ఏనేదో చెప్తున్నాడు నీకు నిల్చో బ్యాక్ సైడ్ మాట్లాడుకో బ్యాక్ సైడ్ మాట్లాడుకో నువ్వే సో సో కమ్స్ టు ద పాయింట్ నిల్చో అక్కడ నిల్చొని మాట్లాడుకో యూ స్పీక్ బై యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ యు ఆర్ వేస్టింగ్ మై టైం సి when they are asking the doubt, if it is a meaningful doubt, I will clarify. No meaning is there in the doubt. I never, if you are talk about the meaningless doubts, there is no point of it. It's my time waste. Look at word for word in what? Input of split off. Why I am using lambda functions? I already said in the class. What is the use of lambda functions? అది గుర్తుండాలి. First you need to remember that. Then people can understand. To perform instant operations, I use lambda. If anybody asks what is the lambda means, if they don't read the notes, they don't come up. Okay now? If you speak unnecessarily, you did not ask, you are saying unnecessarily. And you need to stand in the backside. అదే చెప్పేది. There is a donkey story, dog story ఉంటుంది రెండు. Donkey story, if I tell dog story, donkey story, both of them are very dangerous stories. అర్థమైందా? Look at that. Coming to the point of it, I am going to see lambda function. I said very clearly, it is used to perform the instant operation. Normal functions is used to meant for doing the problems which are bigger ones. I already said very clearly. If you don't read and come, we are not responsible for that. Okay. So coming to the point of it, word for word in input of split off. Now I'm going to talk about that words are going to come, some small list of words are there. What are the words which are available here? Words is equal to words is equal to, I'm going to write it. Nikita, Seema, you're asking about something, and these offline people and online people are discussing about what is the use of lambda. They are saying she is asking use of lambda. That I already explained in my class very nicely and more perfectly. Purpose of anonymous functions is that to perform instant operation. Instant operation meaning also I said, and I gave the example of teacup example also. If you don't remember, I am not responsible for it. I used to give a perfect subject for you. And you are seeing in NumPy Pandas class, they don't know. Print function format also they don't know. Print function format also they don't know. Same institute only. Python batch only. Other batch students. Then you can understand the situation. They don't know list, dict, couple, set. They don't know. They know into float. Complex also they don't know. So you've seen, na? Virtually you've seen in the class. Now, any of students, so follow, read well, and come to my class. And next I'm going to take it. Liril is one word. Next is called Python. Python. Next is called what you know, madam. And next is called Java. Java. And next is called mom. Like this, these are the words. From there, you need to take which word, filter what words? Palindrome words. Palindrome words. Shall we write it? Right. So now I am going to write what I am writing lambda. Can you write lambda? Tell me. Start. Logic you start. ఓకేనా ఇట్లంటే కుదరదు నువ్వు లేయాలి అసలు ఇఫ్ యూ సే నో సార్ మీన్స్ రూల్ విల్ నాట్ యాక్సెప్ట్ రూల్ ఈజ్ రూల్ యూ హావ్ టు ఆన్సర్ వన్స్ వీ ఫ్రేమ్ ద రూల్ ఎదర్ కేవీఆర్ ఆర్ యూ ఎక్స్ వై జెడ్ ఆర్ యూ హావ్ టు ఫాలో ద రూల్ దట్స్ ఆల్ సో yesterday I cancelled my class. I felt very much guilty for it. Because in my heart, what was that? I said to my students 7:10, 7:20, I said to you, your time, official time of institute is 7:15. I said 5 minutes extra. So I felt very much tense yesterday throughout that day. I felt very tense. Why? I cancelled my class because of traffic. And they're keeping what actual original reason, they are doing something different reason. Spirituality required, doing something totally out of order. In Ganesh procession, what they need to do? Spirituality, some spiritual songs and etc. They're keeping item songs and doing that. And this is what I felt. And that is one thing is there in my brain. And one more thing is what? I cancelled my class due to something. I stuck up in that. I don't know how I stuck up. Why I did not plan properly. Like that, I felt by myself. Actually, 2 days before, that much traffic will not be there. 27 years, I am seeing that. I'm coming in the same route only. Never happens. Why happens? Because even small statue also, they kept a big crane. What happens? Keeping the songs, everybody will attract towards that dance. Doing dancing without any. This song is important there. God is not important. The total different situation. I have seen now. And when they're keeping sound, even my bike also just moving like that. I felt that it's not correct. So, any of students, tell me, నవ్వుతున్నాను ఇడికోసా ఎందుకు గట్టిగా రాదా యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు స్పీక్ ప్రాపర్లీ బయట అరుస్తావు కదా ఈ కాంట్ యూ షౌట్ and you have big voice like me, can I send one mic for you? One mic is there. Tell me, PAL words is equal to hmm, PAL words is equal to lambda. Lambda dot word. Come on, lambda dot word, lambda dot word, Lambda colon. Lambda is equal to lambda colon. Colon is equal to colon. Hey, no, నడచలేకున్నావు ప్రాపర్ గా. You went to Ganesh question or what? Now tell me. Lambda dot colon dot word. Okay, dot word. Lambda minus 1. Lambda colon minus 1. Lambda lambda dot word bracket lambda colon minus 1. Lambda colon minus 1. ఈ ఏం లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇది? పైథాన్ ఆర్ జావా? పైథాన్. Did I say like this? Oh, కూర్చో. Sit down. So this is called wrong answer because he is not remembering lambda. He is not remembering that colon colon minus 1. Now I'll write it. Look at lambda. First syntax is what? Lambda. Formal parameter names. Formal parameter names is called what? Some word. Some word I am writing. Colon. Why this word? It will retrieve the value from the function call. Next, what is the logic there? Word is equal to word double equal to word colon colon minus 1. This indicate you did not touch the book at all. I know, because you are remembering this very long back you studied, you are remembering and you are trying to say, you are mixing lambda minus 1, minus 2, minus 25. These are all called what? Not prepared well. Correct? So lambda different and the logic is different. This is called the lambda function. Anonymous function is defined. And this lambda function, I am going to do what? Filter. Directly I'll write filter. I'll write what here? Filter of lambda. I need to pass what here? Words I will pass it. Words I'll pass it. Filter function is going to do what? First word send it to whom? This word. This word logic I am applying. Original word is equal to reversed word. Equal to, double equal to. That will be true. Then sending to whom? Left side. If it is false, it is neglected. And this filter function returns an object of filter object. Now I'm going to convert into what? List of. See how much stuff is there. Now I'm going to print. I'm going to print. Here I'm going to print given words. Given words. I'm going to write it. Given words is equal to, I'm writing like this. Dot format of what? Words I'm writing. And next is called what? List of palindrome words. Palindrome words is equal to, I'm going to write it what dot format of what? PAL words. Are you following? Now, even yesterday one girl came and asked me, sir, why are you writing double quotes and something you are writing, comma you are writing, something you are writing X. What is that double quote? What is that comma? Format they don't know, they don't know any entire thing. Yesterday, NumPy class, different batch students of same institute. Then I asked her, how yours are used to print? For simply print of X, or we used to print of X. Print of X. No Python database communication, no packages concept, no multi-threading. Nothing explained. Even print statement also like that. So students, even it's what education values are going down gradually. Let's start. Let us go to this place. Here I will try to say run. Now enter the data. What is this now? Here I am going to write it. Python here, comma, something like what? Mom, something like what? Little, comma, Java I am entering. Next is called what? that, and next I'm entering HYD, next I'm entering race car. So what I'm going to get it? List of words, and I'm getting what? This kind of data. Are you able to follow? This is called what? List of values. If you try to run again, you will say HYD. And if I say Java, if I say comma, you need to give students, comma, you need to write Python, you need to write HTML, and HTML, I'm just writing like this. List of palindromes are what? Nothing. There are no palindromes are available. Are you able to follow? So can you do some more examples when I give homework? Write down. Write a Python program. Online students, I think you are following me. Lambda function and converting into list, all those stuff. Write a Python program which will accept a list of words, 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 and which will accept list of words and obtain those words and obtain those words which are containing at least which are containing at least which are containing at least one vowel, which are containing at least one vowel. That is vowel words you need to retrieve. Suppose apple is there, need to retrieve. Try, TRY. No, not containing any vowel. Y, WHY. There is no vowel in that. Are you following? Next, one more. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept list of words, which will accept list of words, which will accept list of words and filter, which will accept list of words and filter not consonant words, consonant words, consonant words, consonant words. Did you understand the meaning? Consonant means what? Not a vowels. Fine. Like this. Apple. Next is called try. Next is called Y. Or next is called sky. Next is called sky. Next is called this. So mango. These are the words are there. Try, Y, sky, caviar are going to contain what? Not vowel words. I want to. Other vowel words are there. How to filter it? And you are understanding, I think so. Are you able to get it? So did you understand the filter functions now? One more you write it. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept which will accept list of numerical values, list of numerical values, list of numerical values, list of numerical values, and obtain and obtain obtain even numbers, obtain even numbers, obtain even numbers and odd numbers separately, and odd numbers separately, even numbers and odd numbers separately. Understand? So will you do that? So let us look at the filter function once, the concept, students. Just I want to show you the concept once. So filter function concept I want to show you. Just look at that, all of you. All of you read out this concept. Filter function is used for filtering out some elements from list of elements by applying to function. Variable name is equal to filter of function name iterable object. So how filter will work out? How filter will work out? Each value of filter object submitting to what? Function name. If the function name is returning true, the element will be put it into left side. If it is false, it will be neglected. So here, see students, here variable name is an object of class filter. We can convert into what? Iterable object, any iterable object by using typecasting functions. Here function name represents either normal function or anonymous function. And you have seen both answers in the class. Here function name represents either normal function or anonymous function. Function name here. Iterable object represents sequence type, list type, set type, or dict type. Next, the execution process of filter function is that each value of iterable object send to the function name. First step. If the function name returns true, then the element will be filtered. If the function returns false, then the element will be neglected or not filtered. This process will be continued until all elements of iterable object completed. This is the execution process of what? Execution process of what? Filter function. Very, very important, students. You must be always perfect about this. Regularly, inquiry will ask this concept. Even I may use it in the NumPy mechanism also. Pandas level also, I may use it. Okay, now? Online students, concept is clear. Now I'm entering into the next concept is called what? Map I am going to enter. Second function I am going to enter into the map. The use of this map. Now I am going to discuss once again. Did you understand the filter now? Respond. If you don't respond, I need not to talk to you then. I need not to talk to you then. So I will go on continuing my session if you don't respond. Already said to you, for every action, opposite reaction will be there. The more you respond, the more I will connect to you. Otherwise, if you don't respond, calling again and again, it's my time waste. Now I'm going to enter into the list map function. I'm going to take it. So my requirement is something like this. Look at my requirement is something like this. My requirement is like this. LST is equal to LST is equal to some 2 comma 5 comma some 12 comma some 6 comma some 9 comma some minus 4. These are my values. Somebody is asking find somebody is asking get get the squares of list of values which are already available here. Get the squares of list of values which is already available here. So how what is an expected answer? Expected output. Expected output. What is an expected output here? There I am going to write it. There I am going to write it. 4. 4. What is this now? 25 and 144 and 36, 81, and next is called 16. This is the expected output. This is an expected output. We are supposed to get the expected output like this. Now here, this you can do by using method number 1. What is that now? Method number 1. Look at that. You can happily do it. What is this now? SQ list is equal to, take it as empty. How do you do? For value in where? LST. You can happily do like this. What is this now? SQ list dot append of what? Value star star 2. Finished. This is called a one task. Already we know this. Next one is called what? Method number 2. I'm going to write it. Method number 2. Second method I'm taking. SQ list is equal to what I'm taking like this. Now I want to go for one more kind of value. How do you do it? I already said comprehension concept. Directly I will use it. Comprehension. What is this now? Value star star 2 for value in LST. For value in Like this also you can do. And this example, I already said to you. This example, I already said. So this method already we said. But now I am telling map function internally will be little faster one because this is developed by the scientist level coding. They said that time complexity, space complexity, everything they tested. They felt that it is the best method for obtaining. Main point is each value of this given iterable object is modified and generated what? New iterable object is generated. Yesterday, earlier filter function is doing what? Getting required elements, neglecting unwanted elements. Here, every element of list is modified and getting into where? New list. Take one more example. Take one more example. This is one thing. Take one more example. I want to do like this. What is this requirement? Old salary list. This you can understand quickly, I hope. Old salary list, 1,000 rupees, some 2,000 rupees, some 200 rupees, some 100 rupees, some 250, 300 rupees. Like that, these are old salary. Company decided to give, or company decided to give 50% hike, 50% hike to all employees, to all employees, to all employees, to all employees decided to give 50% hike. What we do? We go for, this is called a list of element. Company decided to give 50% hike to all the employees. Now I'm going to send, coming to the point of it, how you can go for doing this now? Using what? Mapping, I will do it. Map function, I will use it. Mapping. I can do with the same methodology only. What is this now? New sal list is equal to. Come on, how do you do method one, method two here? I'm going to write it. What is this now? Something like new. NSL is equal to. What I will do? NSL dot NSL NSAL is equal to new salary is equal to append of what I will do. What I will do, come on, from this which salary, old salary list, here I will write it, old salary list, old salary list, I am going to take it sal. What I will do, students, sal plus, sal plus, sal into 0.05, 0.5, 50%, 0.5, written like this, written like that. So this is going to be doing what? Sal plus 0.5. If it is a 1,000 plus sal into 0.5, 1,000 plus 500 plus 500, it is going to be 1,500. 1,500 is put it in where? N sal. This is repeated. If this is the case, if this is the case, what we do? The same for loop I will write it here. The same for loop I will write it here. It is written like this. Here I am going to write it. The same equation I will write in this place also. This is called what? Expression. Are you able to follow? This will be kept in where? NSAL. New salary list I am going to keep it. I think you are following me. Now, this is called, okay, we are improving our the best. Now, which mapping I want to do it? What is the syntax here I am going to do? Variable name is equal to map of what I am doing now? Function name. Function name I am going to take it. And the next is called what? Iterable object. Iterable object. Iterable object I am going to take it. Function name, comma, iterable object. Every value of iterable object is passing to whom? Function name. The function name will apply the logic, and doing some operation and keeping that modified value into the left side variable. Every value of iterable object submitting to the function name will apply some business logic, value gets modified, that modified value kept into where? So iterable object map function is doing what? Old iterable object converted into new iterable object with some type of calculation part is applied, like squares, like new salary list. Is every salary of an employee changed or not? When government is giving a PRC to every person, that value will be changing. Understood that? So mapping means what? Converting the old list of values to the new list of values by going to what? Applying to the function. So what this function can be? Either anonymous function or normal function. This will be continued until all elements are going to be completed. If a iterable object contains four values will be sending to whom? Function name. Four values modification will be done and keeping the result into this place. Are you understanding this now? So coming to the point of it, what is this? From Linear. Sir, please post these examples, explanation also. Am I not posting examples? Posting examples and not posting a posting. Who's this? Nagendra Sai. Nagendra Sai. Nagendra Sai. Sir, can you send this note, sir? I'm sending daily. See, filter function. Am I sending this filter function or not? Filter examples also I'm sending. So you're asking newly. I'm getting newly. So I'm getting something inconvenient. Am I posting daily or not? So, not that, sir. Which one you are expecting? So Lalinia and then Nagendra Babu, both of them, I think, having some gap with the notes, I think so. So now I will move to the map related explanation. Shall I go to the map related explanation now? So coming to the point of it, one more student is asking, Ashok Kumar is asking, sir, when you will send a program's PDF, what is that again? మళ్ళా కొత్తగా ఇది ఏదేదో something new. Am I sending programs to you? Sending or not sending? Sending. So I don't give binding, keeping a logo of Naresh IT and keeping book cover book. I won't give by keeping in your hand. I used to send daily all those things. Coming to the point of it. So go to the place of it. I will go for what? I mean all questions in single PDF. You prepare by yourself, Ashok Kumar. You prepare by yourself. I will give that questions for you. Very soon I will give you. Because those questions I was ready to post it, but I'm waiting for special functions to complete it. The moment when the special functions complete, I'll send you that. Questions are with me only, in my laptop only. Will send you. So let us see this map function now. Let us go to the map function. Map function is used for obtaining new iterable object from existing iterable object by applying old iterable elements to the function. In other words, map is used for obtaining new list of elements from existing list of elements by applying old list of elements to the function. Obtaining new list of elements from existing list of elements. Variable name is equal to map of function name comma iterable. Earlier filter function returns an object of what? Filter. Now map function returns an object of map. I will convert into our own object, list or tuple or something. Here variable name is an object of type map. We can convert into any iterable object by using typecasting functions. Function name represents either normal or anonymous. And the iterable object represents sequence type, list type, set type, dict type. How the execution process will be done? Simple. The execution process of map function is that map sends every element of iterable object to the specified function, comma, process it and returns the modified value at the result, and a new list of elements will be obtained. This process will be continued until all elements of iterable object are completed. I think you are following me. This is about which concept? Map function. Let me go to the examples here. Let us take that examples now. I'm going to take it. Map function example1.py. Map function example1.py. So what is this now? Program for accepting list of numerical values and find their squares. Find squares. So how do you find this now? I will go for writing DAF. So what is the function name? squares of some value is going to come. I'll simply say what? The return of value star star 2. This is about normal function. Main program I am going to take it. But the main program LST is equal to take that values here, take that values here. This values you take it for a moment of it. There I am going to do the squaring here. How do you do it now? Come on. These values are available. I need to do what? So I'm going to take it. MAP OBJ is equal to map of squares you need to call and need to say LST. So good statement. Every value of LST is sending to whom? Squares. And squares is going to be a concept. Squares will receive the first value. It will go to the first value here. Value star star 2. That value will be squared and kept into left side. This process will be continued until all elements are completed here. So here I am going to write it print of type of map obj is equal to comma type of what? Map obj. Just look at this now. Here I am going to take up. So try to run this code. Here it is going to be class map. So you already understood. Very, very important here. It is called a map here. Now I am going to typecast it. How do I typecast it? Come on. SQ list is equal to list of what is this now? Map obj and print here. Print here. Given elements is equal to. I'll write it. Dot the format of what? LST. Now I'm going to take a printer. What is this now? Squares list is equal to dot the format of what? SQ list. Dot format of SQ list. So try to run this now. So got it. 2 means like this. 2 means like this. All these kind of things we are getting it. Are you able to follow? So students, this is the one I want to say. But here I want to tell you like this. I want to print students like 2, 5, 12, 6, 9, minus 4. These are called what? Given values. I want to print squares adjacent. I want to print squares. I want to print like 4, 25, 144, 36, 81, and the next is called what? 16. I want to print like this. So for that, I will use today what? zip function. So already zip function I said to you. No, no, beginning. Dictionary time. Dictionary time said or not? No. Okay. If no, not a problem. I'll explain once again. Go to the place Python. No problem, student. No problem. I will tell today only. No issue. Today only I say. Coming to the point back, here I will go for it. Now I'm going to say something like this. LST is equal to LST1 is equal to. I'm explaining today only. Try to listen if you want. LST1 is equal to. Now LST2 is equal to. I'm having here RS. Next is called TR. Next is called a TR. Like this I'm having. 3 roll numbers are there. 3 names are there. My interest is to print 10 and a roll number and a name. Roll number and a name. I want to print like this. 30 and a TR. I want to print like this. Like this I want to print. What I do is 2 different list objects are available. We have to merge them into what? One single place. Merging means what? Not plus operator or extend function. I will put them into one single object. That single object structure will be like this. First entry of first element, first entry of second one, will put it as a one row. Second entry of first one, second entry of second one, will put it as another entry. Next is called what? Third entry of this one. Third entry of this one will be put it under where? DR. So that this center is going to be known as an object. This object is called Z, which is an object of zip class, which is an object of what class? Zip class. So how you can do this? How you can do this zip class? Now I'm going to talk about it. Z is equal to, take any variable, Z is equal to zip of, it is a general function like a len function, like that. You need to pass lst1 comma lst2. Like that you can write any number of objects, you can write it. Just like buying something, put it in the bag, like zipping and put it into Z. And what is this Z, sir? Type of Z, which is going to be a class zip, useful one. And if I print Z, no data will be shown. No data will be shown. Now I want to get the data from the zip. For that, I am going to write it. For loop I am writing. One for loop I am writing. In Z, Z is containing what structure I said already? First entry, first entry of both items, second entries of both items, third entries of the both items. So what for loop will do? First entry will be obtaining. The first entry contains how many things? Two things. So two variables I will take it. Two variables. Take any choice of on your own. SNO comma name. You take your own variable names, no problem. So Z is going to contain how many? Two entry, first entry, second entry. So first entry contains two entries, number and a name, that I am printing, here. Like this I am printing dot format of what? SNO comma name I am writing. So see students, it is going to print 10 RS, 20 TR, 30 DR. Now these elements are what? Same, equal in size. Suppose one is containing four elements. See, కూర్చోండి ఇక్కడ. This is like this. Now I am writing here John Hunter. Next is called KV. Like this I took it. I can write it directly, student. What I can write it directly in place of that chip of what? LST1 comma LST2. LST1 comma LST2. Print of this data. So you got the data like this. Equal elements only will be considered. It won't take what? Extra element, which is not having the corresponding parallel element is not there or not. So it will consider what elements only? Equal elements. So did you understand the meaning of zip? What is the use of zip? For combining multiple iterable object into a single object. One more time. One more time. List is here. List is here. This is the data. And I will take it one more. List 3, I will take it. List 3, I will take it as CGPA, some 5.6. Next is called 6.7. And next is called some 8.5. Like this we are having. Now go for zipping, students. Zip of what? LST1 comma LST3. I will, okay, 1 minute ma. So I took it like this, zip off like that. Here I will write it name, and what I am writing? CGPA, because three variables are there or not. So that you try to print it, try to print it. Here I'm going to write it. Arrow here, like this. Name comma what? CGPA. CGPA. So I got the data like this. Are you understanding the meaning of zipping? Similarly, when you come to my programming also, I can use what? That type of zipping mechanism. Are you able to follow? Let me go to the, in next example, I will use it. Online students, today I hope zip is clear. Explained or not explained? Explained. So this is, remember, wherever I require chip, I will take care of that. So go to the place, I will carry this entire thing. I'll carry this entire stuff. Here I am writing squares. Today I will write what? Directly anonymous function. I will do it. How do I write the anonymous function? D. What is that? Squares is equal to lambda, lambda, lambda. Suppose, like, come on, lambda, lambda, squares, lambda squares. నువ్వు చెప్తుంటేనే నాకు ఏదో అనిపిస్తాం. Lambda squares. Lambda squares. Lambda squares. Lambda squares. ఇక్కడికి వస్తావా? కమాన్. బీటెకా? బీటెకా? ఈసీ, సిఎస్సి, ఈసీ. Okay, sit down. So coming to the point of it, squares is equal to lambda. Next is called value colon value star star 2. Value star star 2. చదవలా ఏం చేద్దాం? Not reading. Lambda, formal parameters, colon, expression. Subject should be there in the brain. You just try to remember, it is not possible. Subject you have to read well. While coming on the bike, while going in the bus, or taking a Sprite or thumbs up, what is the lambda function? What is anonymous function? What is while loop? How for loop? Taking input dot split off. Input dot what? Split off. This is my reading value. Map. Map function returns an object of what? Map object. Map function returns an object of map. That I typecast it to what type? Today I am going to convert into which type? Directly I will go for what type? List type. List type. Anonymous function is defined. Anonymous function is defined. Now I will print it. Remove this entire stuff. Now I'm going to. What is this now? SQ list. SQ list. This is called what? Original list. Now I'm printing. Now I'm printing. What is this now? Star 50. Star 50. Here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to send. What is my data? Print. What is this? Given elements. Given elements. And I'll backslash t. What is now? As list. List. How do it go now? For this given value, comma what? Square value. Excuse me. Where? Zip of LST comma what? SQ list. SQ list. Print of what here? Backslash t. The value. Backslash t. Dot format of what? GV comma SQV. SQV. It is printed perfectly. Enter the list of values. Enter the list of values. Run. Now see students, I am entering the values. So say 4 and 5 minus 6, something like 5. 5 is already there. 9, say 6. So you got the values. Given values are there and these values are available. Still you will use backslash t's. Backslash t, you can use it. Try to run. I'll say 12, I say 14, I say 18, I say something like 13, I say something like 19, and I say 10, and I say 16. So got the data something like this. Are able to follow? This is a given elements and a square elements. So output will be something looks decent. Correct? Understood? So Understanding is one thing, you need to reproduce. When you go to an interview, they will ask, what is the syntax of lambda? What do you say? Syntax of lambda, variable name is equal to lambda, params list, colon, expression. How detailed notes I'll give you, systematic notes I'll give you, spoon feeding notes I give. Without reading, if you come to the class to anybody, it's not possible. So, online students, is it possible? Is it understandable now? Yes, map function is clear. Now, next, one more you write it. Of course, I'll give one homework for you. You try to do it. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will accept, which will accept which will accept a list of salaries of an employee, 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 and give 50% hike, give for 50% hike, give 50% hike to all the employees, to all to the to all the employees. Stop. Display old salary and a new salary. Display old salary and a new salary. Display old salary and a new salary. Display old salary and new salary. Display old salary and new salary. Like a tabular format you need to use. ZIP you will use, right or not? Do you know how to write map? How to use it? Using map you will use. Map of what? Lambda you will write it directly. What you will write in that? Sal is equal to sal plus sal into 0.5. 50% means 50 by 100. Able to follow? Will you do that? Right. So, Pranit, sir, seventh line explain. Seventh line, please. I am absent. So, seventh line. What is this seventh line? This is already explained in the entire one class. What concept it is? Comprehension concept. There I almost explained, this I was explained, my dear student. When you are absent, I cannot repeat the same concept again. List comprehension, I used to explain almost 1 hour 30 minutes I used to explain in the class. This is the timing I used to tell, because of this, to understand this entire thing, you must present in the class. So it is not possible to explain in 1 or 2 minutes. It was already a separate class is explained. You have to understand you have to attend the classes all the time. So once you're missing, explaining again, because it's not a one line, two lines, it is a big lines. Anyhow, students, I'll stop my class. Tomorrow class, I'll go for which function? Which function I'll go for? Reduce. After reduce, I'll go for map, filter, reduce, combined examples I'll explain. Filter and map you try to follow, and reduce example tomorrow I'm going to discuss. Thank you. Carry on. Online students, if any doubts related to today's example, you hold on. Students, any doubts you have? I'll clarify your doubts, my dear students. If you have any doubt, I'll clarify. Raise your hands. I'll clarify your doubts. Mohammad Arshad, sir, if you don't mind, sir, uh, can you tell me how to revise the things and correct method for studying? I'm revising daily but forgetting something. Sir, in school and colleges, every teacher tells study, 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 but no one tells how to study. My dear student, I already said not to you. Anything when you are going to, the moment when class is over, you must read and you must go for practicing immediately. You must practice immediately. If we postpone of practicing, you will be getting forgetting problem. Not only one student, every student will forget only. But the thing is, they have to practice well when you come to the coding standards. Krishna Reddy. Sir, is it necessary to define two functions, both positive and negative? Yes, my dear student, it is 100% you need to define both positive and negative. So here you need to define. This is positive filtering. This is a negative filtering. Compulsory. Because returning true is compulsory for filtering. Any more doubts, students? Having the doubts? Okay. I will upload the notes. Take care. Thank you. All the best.